Yeah, the gym is a little bit of a mess. Uh, I should probably also. Um, I'll be right back. BRB. Let's see. I should have probably alert the homies in the Discord. I need to just automate this. What the hell? My phone is like stuck in portrait mode. Let's see. Share. Copy the link. Excuse me. There we go. All right, that's done. Yeah. The sun's out today, but it's still a little chilly. Just been meaning to fix this. Hey, what's up, Suhas? Hello, Azim. Happy Sunday to you as well. Hope you guys are doing well. Nothing's up, Suhas. I'm just getting ready to work out. About all I got on the docket. I got to go grocery shopping at some point today. And yeah, nothing but a chill Sunday. I'm not gonna start there. I'm actually gonna start with some calf raises and some toe raises. I've had some bad plantar fasciitis in my right foot for quite a while. So I'm trying to make a dedicated effort to rehab it a bit. Let's see. I'm doing strength training. Hello, Network Bib. How are you? Azim, the first time you pronounced an Indian name correctly. I'm proud of you. Yeah, Azim is, you always are paying attention to when I screw up people's names. What can I say? I'm not perfect, you know? I am what I am. I am what I am. See you, Network Bib. Have a good day. What's up, Disoriented? How are you? Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, no complaints. Davishi, Dalvi, Devash, Devash. Yo, we work in the body today. LL. Keep up the good work, man. Yeah, I'm trying to, man. Every day. You got to do some exercise every day. Got to move the body in some way, shape, or form. If you talked to me 10 years ago, I'd have very big opinions on how you should do it. But nowadays, my opinion is just you need to find a way to get some movement into your day, regardless of what that looks like for you. Disoriented. Are you stretching though? You mean do I do stretching? Like do I work on mobility work? Is that what you mean? Doing better than me? Ah, come on, man. Let's go. You can do it too. You know? Just find something you enjoy doing. I love to go on walks. That's one of my favorite forms of movement. Is just long, extended walks. Listen to an audiobook, think. Yeah, yeah, I do. I work on mobility stuff. If you look up, it's a school of thought called functional range conditioning, FRC, functional range conditioning. If you look up, if you just Google that, that will kind of tell you what I do as far as like mobility stretching work. I am actually a certified functional range conditioning specialist, although I don't use my certification other than to train myself. But So are you also no, I'm not really on any kind of diet. I'm just on the dad bod diet. I don't have any specific I don't have any specific goals like that. What about you, disoriented? Are you on a diet? Do you lift weights? Do you stretch? I feel like disoriented is checking up on me. Uh, it's chilly. It's like 40 degrees outside. Disoriented Sunday. You don't have to work, right? Yep. Saturday and Sunday here in the States are the weekend. And my job is just a Monday to Friday job. Although I know not everybody has that type of schedule, but I worked weekends for a very long time. That's actually one of the shitty parts about being a personal trainer or working in a gym setting is, if you're a personal trainer, you work when everyone else isn't working. So that inevitably means you work mornings, evenings, and weekends, which really, really sucked. Now, if I ever got back into the fitness world, I would never want to do any type of coaching or training other than maybe writing programs for people. But I would like to own a private gym, and I would like to only allow people to come and work out who I like. Disoriented. I don't do heavy lifting, just body weight, cutting on cows, eating good. That's about it. Well, that sounds like a wonderful plan, man. That sounds like a wonderful plan. Yeah, if you like doing calisthenics and body weight training, you would really enjoy the functional range conditioning practice. I think it would be something you would very much fuck with. This handle is really loose. I need to tighten it. But do I want to do that right now? No, I don't want to do that right now. I'll do that later. All right, let's see if I can get five. That's my cool. All right, I'm gonna take a 2 minute rest, and I'm gonna see if I can get five again. It's a quiet stream today, which I like. What's really, what's really crazy, and I'm gonna knock on some wood before I say this. But when I started streaming on YouTube at the beginning of this year, it seemed like almost every time I streamed, I ended up with a lot of trolls. And now I don't like people don't come and troll my stuff, which I guess means either YouTube has de-ranked me in the shorts feed um or maybe they are coming, but my content filters are blocking them. I don't know. It's kind of weird. I do like the fact that I have 3 viewers and 4 likes. I have more likes than I do viewers, which I dig. Oh, I still got 30 seconds. I don't know. I'm trying to go for 3 sets of 5 today on pull-ups, but I don't know if I'm gonna get it. Disoriented trolls are actually good for channel engagement. Oh, interesting. I've never thought of it like that. So you mean like if people are in your stream trolling your chat, then that helps, I guess, uprank your stream in the feed? Well, I think I would rather just not have the trolls and just keep my 1 to 3 viewers per stream and just do that for the rest of my time here on YouTube. Uh, ah, well, I missed on that set. Another 2 minute rest. Excuse me. I wish I had some more coffee. I went on a short 20-minute walk before I started lifting, and I drank all my coffee, and then I forgot to get more before I came out to the gym. Excuse me. Hafiz, I love diet. What does that mean? Does that mean you like to diet or that you love your diet? More hard workout? How about you go and work out, Hafiz? I'm doing the best I can over here. Okay. This is totally not related to working out, but um, I don't know if any of you guys follow kind of the .NET ecosystem, like the open source .NET world. Um, but this past week, there were several big, large open source projects that announced they were going commercial, and people were not happy about it. And I don't understand why. I don't think I'm getting 5. Barely got 3. I guess it's because Sumit, yo, no more Go today. I am gonna stream again later today and work on some projects, but it probably won't be Go related. What's up, Stefan? How are you? Uh, yeah, I guess what I was saying about the open source stuff is I think it's shitty that people. I think that's shitty that people have made free and open source synonymous. Like, I think if people want to build open source software and give it away for free, that's cool. But the fact that people who are building stuff that's open source and giving it away for free, and then those people decide, okay, wait, if I'm going to keep working on this, I need to somehow make it sustainable. So they decide to start charging for it. I I just don't have an issue with that. I think it's weird that other people want other people to build stuff for them and then give it to them for free. Hafiz, please like and share. Well, Hafiz, that's kind of you. Hafiz, Ronnie Coleman, best of luck. Oh man, I'm if we were comparing Ronnie Coleman on a scale, he would be way up here, and I would not even be on the scale. Stefan, I'm doing good, man. Thanks for asking. Disoriented, open source, going private. Yeah, that's I don't well, not necessarily open source going closed source, just open source projects that are completely free deciding they want to charge money in some circumstances, right? Having some sort of commercial license available, right? So imagine a situation where there's open source project. They say, hey, you can use, if you're not developing a commercial project, you can use this for free. But if you are making money with your project, then you need to pay us for a commercial license. I don't understand why people have such an issue with that, especially when you're talking about like the situations I'm talking about specifically is like in the .NET world this past week. Jimmy Bogard, who maintains Mediator and Automapper, said he was going to make them commercial, and people lost their freaking minds. And that's crazy to me because it's like people feel they're entitled to Jimmy doing work on his own time for them for free. Like people feel entitled to that, and that's what I don't understand. Mob Psycho, hey, what's up, Mob Psycho? Hafiz, how are you doing? Hafiz, I'm doing well. Hafiz, my father is a textile exporter. Oh, interesting. That sounds like a very interesting um, business. Stefan, I don't see a problem with that. If you really don't want to pay and support, just make a fork of it. Exactly, Stefan. Right. Exactly. Because it's still open source. If you want to put in the time to evolve it and maintain it, you do it. Right. Let's see. Disoriented. Okay. It's only for businesses, not for individual uses. Well, basically, it's for anyone. Like, basically, those in those specific instances, I don't think the license model has been worked out. But regardless of what the license model is, I just don't think there's anything wrong with somebody who's developing something saying, you know what, it's open source. So if you want to fork it, you want to take the code, you want to maintain it, depending on what the license is, right? Whatever the license that they've applied to the project is. I just think it's silly that people. I just think it's silly that people feel entitled. I mean, that's somebody's time and energy that they're putting forward into something. If they want to give it away for free, that's awesome. If they want to charge people for money, that's their prerogative. Otherwise, go build software. Go build your own version. Stefan, if you're free, if you think you'll do better for free, you're free. Exactly. Exactly. Yeah. Well, I'm glad. I'm glad there's other people in the world that feel like I do. I was just scrolling through Twitter and YouTube and seeing all the reactions to it, LinkedIn, and people were just so angry about it. And I thought, in what world does that make sense? Where you've benefited from somebody's time and effort for a long time, and now that person says, "Hey, I want to keep working on this, but to make it viable for me to spend time on this, I need to be able to recuperate some financial support. And then people's reaction to that is, "Oh, you're greedy," or "Oh, you're a sellout," or "Oh, that goes against the spirit of open source." Yeah, I don't know. It rubs me the wrong way, but I'm glad there's people here that that have a similar feeling. Yeah, people are lazy and greedy. This is a thing. Disoriented. I've actually wondered, if Linux is completely free, then how do they maintain it and provide updates to their users? There's a thing called the Linux Foundation that gets a large number of contributions from industry, basically. So, when I guess I should say this is particularly focused at the Linux kernel. There's something called the Linux Foundation who contribute both money as well as resourcing in the form of like uh, people who are paid to do open source contributions. Like I think Google's a big contributor, Intel. I think there's the chip companies are involved in it, large software companies. I think if you just Google Linux Foundation, you can probably see who's all a part of that. But that's how they do it. Because now, at this point, right, it's like those companies have a vested interest in the continued maintenance and development of, at the very least, the Linux kernel, if not other distros. Which is basically, I think, what Stefan was saying too. Yeah, there are donations and distros are supported by different big corp users of them, right? So there'll be a community, but like for sure, Linus Torvald gets a salary. Probably, I'd have to assume from the Linux Foundation, right? That's how he's able to pay his bills. Um, and I'm sure he probably has other streams of revenue. But yeah, there's money involved, right? And that's the whole thing. It's like, and that's the whole problem with open source is like a very successful open source project at some point gets used by enough commercial interests that they should either be pay. I mean, especially because of the outsized returns that they're making off of that technology, right? Morally, you could argue they have a duty to contribute back either in the form of money or in the form of engineers, time, resources. I mean, that whole open source world, right? That's an ongoing, what is a good economic model for sustainable open source projects, right? Because you could say, yeah, just rely on just rely on donations, right? Or people's contributions. But the problem is like if you do that and you're somebody who's spending 40 hours a week on it and you're just relying on the generosity of other people, like what happens to your family, right? Or your livelihood if all of a sudden the generosity of those people dries up, you know? Like that's not there's actually a guy on LinkedIn I follow. His name's David Whitney. Yeah, I think that's his name, David Whitney. Um, and I really enjoy his take on kind of the open source world. He has a lot of good thoughts on that. Yeah, I mean anybody who is like there's a really funny saying, right? Like containers are Linux, right? So even though there are such a thing as Windows containers, um, containers at containers are kind of only possible based on the back of Linux. So yeah, if you're running any kind of cloud, right, then you're probably using Linux as kind of like the foundational layer. So yeah, so people have so there all these public clouds have huge dependencies, right, on it, right? They definitely have a vested interest. Actually, I guess I could look that up. I have my other phone right here. Let's see. Um, Linux. Oh, did you guys see that the Go team is going to develop an SDK for the MCP, the Model Context Protocol? I figured there would be some some of my people in the chat that would be excited about that because I know some of you either are learning Linux or learning Go or already use Go quite a bit. Let's see. About the Linux Foundation. Let's see. Linux minus. This says that on Google, it says in 2016, a report indicated that Linus Torvalds was paid around 1.75 million by the Linux Foundation. Uh, so he probably has other streams of income beyond that. But I'm guessing that's how they're able to support the project, the kernel project. Pretty crazy. If you're using anything that's tech, you're going to be utilizing the power of Linux in some way. Yeah, isn't that wild? And it didn't exist until like when did it? Let's see. Linux initial release date 1991. So it's like fairly new, right? In the like in but probably not new in terms of the tech world, but in terms of the world in a broader sense, right? That's new. It's only 2 years older than me because I was born in '93. Yeah. It's wild to think what how the world will change in the next 30 years. I mean, think about like someone who was born like my grandparents were born in the 1940s. So think about how much different the world was or how much change they saw, right, over the course of their lifetime. It's nuts. I wonder if we'll see that much change. I mean, I've seen quite I mean, honestly, like I didn't have an iPhone until I was like 19 or 20. I was already in college before I had my first smartphone. I wasn't on Facebook until I was a junior in high school. Yeah, I mean, I wasn't even really online that much until I was in college. People always make fun of millennials, but they kind of forget millennials. We're not like we're not like Gen Z. I mean, we didn't grow up with a cell phone in our hand like they try to portray it sometimes. Do you guys use Linux? Hold on, I missed a couple. Riza, can you do a vid or stream on user slash groups and permissions? So, Riza, I guess what you're saying is you want to know how you would implement like role or group based access, like for an API or for an application. Disoriented. Do you? I don't use. So I do use Linux, but I don't use it as a daily driver. I just have a couple of VPSs that use Ubuntu. But Riza, I'd be happy to make a video. I'm just not sure exactly what you're after. And it probably would be good to know like what tech stack you're working in, Riza, because if I show you how you would do it with like a .NET minimal API, that probably wouldn't be very helpful if you're going to go and write like a Hano app or something. You know, I mean, the concepts would be still the same, but the implementation would probably be different. Ugh. Linux, Docker images, and PHP. Oh, I'm sorry, Lisa, or not Lisa, Riza. Uh, yeah, I mean, I could do. I can't. I don't know anything about PHP apps. Docker images. I guess I'm not understanding. Are you saying the users roles and groups in your PHP app would funnel down into the access within the Linux Docker container? Or are you just saying you're wanting your PHP app to have role based access control and you're going to run it in a Linux Docker container? Oh, Yeah, I don't know how that would work. So you take your roles, users, and groups from your app, and those would flow down to your OS? I don't know, that seems odd. I don't know if that doesn't seem like something you'd want to do, I guess. Suas, how long did it take you to learn longhand? I'm not sure that those last 2 words, Suas, I'm not sure what you're referring to. Oh, LangChain? I don't know. Oh, that's alright. Ta text to was that talk to TTS is talk to speech? Text to speech? Yeah. Uh, I don't know LangChain. I've used it, I dabbled with it a little bit, um, but I wouldn't say I know it. I'm not really a Python developer, although I think LangChain now has a TypeScript SDK, don't they? Um, but no, I don't know LangChain. Not my not currently in my wheelhouse. The LangChain SDK. I think they have, or is it still just Python? LangChain TypeScript. Yeah, they have a TypeScript SDK. As of February 17th, 2023, they have one. But I haven't used it for anything. Will you come to my I will I can't travel. I don't have enough money to fly to Serbia. Mhm. But I hope you have a good birthday. How long you're on the book? Oh, I'm on chapter 4, I think, right now. Yeah, I've been trying to take it slow. It's super dense. It's a lot of information in there, so I've been going pretty slow on that book. And then I've also been trying to do like 10 other things at once that are stealing my side project time. There's not enough hours in the day. If I could get rid of my sleep requirements, that would really help a lot. Steven, do you take any supplements? The only one I take is creatine. Suas, I wish that you mainly possible. Yeah, I wish it was possible too, man. Risa, I feel so bad sleeping, wasting all the dude, sleep is the most uninteresting activity. My wife loves to sleep, take naps whenever. She is a big fan of sleep, and I am the opposite. Disoriented. I wish I could sleep less and work more. I do wish I could sleep less, But if I was gonna say I wish I could work more, it would be on things that I wanna work on and not not like work. Like, I don't wanna put in more hours for somebody else. I'd rather just work on my stuff more. Unless those people said, "Hey, you can put in more hours and we'll pay you more for the hours you put in." I gotta go to my dorm, get my stuff out. Protesters are coming and they need a place to stay. Okay, man. Good luck, dude. Be safe. Sounds like there's a lot going on there. Oh, tomorrow? Oh, yeah. Well, it sounds like there's a lot going on in Serbia. Yeah. Are the protests still going on? I mean, it sounds like they are, but are they still as big as they have been? It's all anti-corruption protests, right, Stefan? That's what it's about. I haven't read much in the news about it. Disoriented, but I feel refreshed after sleep. Did you hear about a guy from Japan who slept for 30 minutes each day for 12 years? It was legit news. That's crazy. But Japan does have kind of a crazy work culture from what I understand. The last job I had, or yeah, the last job I had, the previous company was we were owned by Ajinomoto, which is a pretty big Japanese company. It's probably on the one of the larger, super famous because they are the ones that invented Mana MSG. Uh, but we were an American subsidiary. But what I heard about their work culture in Japan was they work a lot. They work hard and play hard type of thing. Suhas, how much weight are those? Those are just 20-pound dumbbells. Just one. Yeah, I mean, sleeping 30 minutes each day is pretty crazy. I would expect that guy to have a lot of health consequences as a side effect. I mean, they have a word for it, right? In Japanese, they have a word for dying at your desk. Like that's a part of their work culture. Yeah, this says karoshi meaning death from overwork is a phenomenon where individuals die due to stress and long working hours, often leading to heart attacks or strokes. That's some crazy stuff. Suhas, trying to improve yourself. I do try to improve myself, and I hope I the people I care the most about seeing that is I hope that my kids see that. I hope that my kids see that I'm actively trying to work on improving myself. Oh wow, that's crazy, Stephanie. That's pretty wild, man. Yeah, all kinds of shady shit goes on in the world, don't it? That's just kind of the nature of the beast. Disoriented. The Japanese take it to the extreme. That's what I've heard. I mean, I've never experienced it directly, right? This is all just from like hearsay and the internet. But I guess you never really do know. Well, guys, I think that's gonna do it for me for working out. I'm gonna get off here and go enjoy my afternoon. Probably go to the grocery store. Uh, I will stream again, but I hesitate to tell you what time because I don't know what time. But yeah, if you see me around, if you see me on, I'll post in Discord. But if you're around later and I'm live, stop in and say hi. Appreciate you guys hanging out with me. All right, y'all. Bye, guys.